This is a story of three ordinary guys in Chicago who went to a movie one night and ended up in Africa a few months later.
This is the story of a couple in Zambia who took a few orphans into their home and are now helping hundreds of children.
This is a story of partnership, taking one step at a time and inviting others on this journey.
We didn't go to Africa with the idea that we wanted to start a nonprofit organization. There are many organizations out there already doing good things.
But there was something about the people we met in Zambia. They were smart, beautiful, proud, and in the end, they didn't ask us for money. They asked for our friendship, our support, our collaboration.
They said they wanted to become better leaders so they could address the needs of their own community. Food, housing, healthcare, education, especially the needs of the orphan and helpless children.
While in Africa, Dan, Rich, and Scott were hosted by Charles and Margaret Mumba. About 4 years earlier, the Mumbas began taking orphans into their home and realized this was going to be part of their mission in life. HIV/AIDS has devastated their country of Zambia. Most don't know how bad it is because of the lack of education, cultural stigmas, and the poor health care. And the impact on the children is immeasurable. So the Mumbas purchased a house that has become an orphanage where they currently provide full-time care for about 20 children. And in addition, they opened a community school where more than 200 children are receiving basic education they otherwise could not afford. During their visit, Scott, Rich, and Dan had the privilege to meet the dedicated staff working with Charles and Margaret. Most of these people were barely receiving any compensation and had access to very few resources, no office space, equipment, or transportation. Teachers were working without school supplies, and house parents at the orphanage ran out of food for the children. Yet, despite the very difficult and life-threatening situations they face, Charles and Margaret and their staff have a persevering spirit and an indescribable hope, which appropriately is the name of their organization.
The children being helped by Hope Ministries have this contagious joy, even though their future is so uncertain. It was hard to understand, but it inspired us to do something, not because we had to, but because we wanted to.
Several months after their return, the three guys from Chicago formalized a partnership with Charles and Hope Ministries of Zambia. A generous donation got them started, the paperwork was filed, and Spark Ventures began to take shape.
The mission of Spark Ventures is to partner with high-impact organizations around the world that are helping vulnerable children and their communities achieve their full potential.
Spark is coming alongside of a group like Hope Ministries and asking, what can we do to support you in your work with the children? How can we help you expand and strengthen your organization and let others know about your story? Ever since the partnership with Hope began in January 2007, Spark has helped with infrastructure, job descriptions, and providing consistent salaries for the staff. A meal program was started that is now feeding over 200 malnourished children at school.
There is an African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. And we want to go far. And I believe that Spark's vision of partnership is exactly what organizations like Hope and others need around the world.
In May 2007, Spark launched its volunteer travel program with North Park University in Chicago, Illinois. 14 students traveled to Zambia and spent 2 weeks with Hope Ministries, learning about the culture and people, volunteering at the school and orphanage, helping with a temporary medical clinic, and returning, inspired to make a difference with their lives.
My trip to Zambia changed the way I see the world. What I experienced was both beautiful, but yet heartbreaking. One day we went from playing games with these amazing kids at the school to attending the funeral of their 10-year-old classmate. The boy had died from malnutrition, something unthinkable in the U.S., but it seemed like a regular occurrence to the people of that village. The images of the graveyard that went on for miles and miles and the ages of those buried, mostly very young, it constantly stays in my mind. And I realized that this experience was a gift. I want to use my education and my life to make a difference for these children in Zambia.
I think it was Gandhi that said, "You must be the change you wish to see in the world." And after that first trip to Africa, we realized we were in a unique position to be part of that change.
While there are many great organizations already doing important things, the needs of our world continue to grow, and Spark has a unique vision for partnerships, sponsoring children, and for volunteer travel opportunities that are life-transforming. For now, Spark is focusing on their current and only partner, Hope Ministries in Zambia, to make sure the partnership is strong and the strategy is working. However, the future plan is to use this as a model with other high-impact organizations that are looking for a partner. Spark has a vision to be helping vulnerable children in 4 continents within the next 10 years.
How many children can we help? I'm not sure, but we'll never know unless we try.
It's one step at a time, and we're still figuring it out.
And we want to give you an opportunity to join us in making a difference. We can do more together than we can alone.